Hello and welcome guys, my name is Ralph and for today I'm going to record my progress in Sass challenge by Precode Camp under front end library certification. So let's get started. Let's go to the introduction. So Sass or Syntactically Awesome Style Sheets is a language extension of CSS. It adds features that aren't available using basic CSS syntax. So I'm not gonna read this one because I already know Sass. So I'm just going to go to the first lesson. So storing data with Sass variables. Um, so create a variable text color. Let's create a variable text color and set it to red. Then change the value of the color of the property of the blog post. So let's gonna replace this red into a variable. So yeah, that's it. Let's run the tests. Next, nest CSS with Sass. So use the nesting technique shown above, like this one, instead of this one. So children of blog post element. So these two, we're just gonna copy this one and nest this one into the blog post, their parent, and let's run the tests. This one is, oh shoot, I already answered this one. So you have to create reusable mixins. Let's check if it's correct. Okay, your code should include the general border radius rule. So we're gonna add a border radius here. It's missing. So after you declared a mixin, it's like a function. You're gonna include this here on where you're going to use it. So this is the parameter, this is the argument, and it's being used here. Let's run the test and submit and go to the next challenge. Use if and else and add logic to your styles. So the if directive in Sass is useful to test for a specific case. It works just like the if statement in JavaScript. So just like this one, a mixin and the if a statement. So yeah. So the thing that we're gonna do here is create a mixin called border stroke. Create a mixin called border stroke that takes a parameter of val, and then the mixin should check for the following conditions. If, so let's start with the light. If val equals light, so straightforward, no string something like JavaScript. So just light, just medium, and let's return the border for light, which is 1px solid black. And else, I mean, else if val equals medium. I was going to do it like this, but let's follow the pattern that is in the example. So let's return a border of 3 pixels solid and black. And next is the heavy one. If val equals heavy, the border should be 6 pixels solid and black. And if nothing else matters, let's return a border of none here. So yeah, let's run the tests. Okay, I already clicked the run the test. Maybe something is incorrect here. So let's try to check. What is this timeout? Is it my connectivity issue or Okay, looks like we're okay. Else if ball equals heavy, 6 pixels black. Okay, else border none. Oh, what's wrong here? What? Looks like it's a glitch. So let's submit and go to the next challenge. So use for to create a Sass loop. So it's like a for loop in JavaScript. Okay. Here's a start, through, and example. So it's not okay. For I from 1 through 12. So let's hash is the one who combines the strings. So this is a powerful way to create a grid layout. Okay, write a for directive that takes a variable j for j. What is the syntax from 1 through what is the 6 from 1 through 6, and then it should create 5 classes called text1, so text, and then what is hash, and then j here, and that has a font size which is 15 pixels multiplied by the index, so j. Okay, I think this is correct now. Let's run the tests. Okay, my internet is so crappy. You have to click it 2 times. So next is use each to map over items in a list. So it's like for each in JavaScript, I think. So this is the syntax, each color in blue, red, green. So write each directive that goes through a list blue, black, red. So I'm just gonna copy this one. Looks like they're the same, just the variables are not. Let's change this, and this one should be BG, stands for background, and background color is color. Let's run the tests. Amazing. Apply style under a condition is met with while. So it's like a while in JavaScript again. Seems pretty basic for me. Use while to create a series of classes within different font sizes. So let's use the what variable should we use? Okay, I think let's just use the x1 while x is greater than 6 is equal what do you call this? Is equal runs through it CSS. Okay, timeout. So I think it's not. And then next is text, and combine the variable using the hash symbol, and then use the x variable here, and then font size is 15 times the index, I mean the variable x. Here are some results from a search. Okay, the next is let's iterate the x here plus 1. So this one should be 6. Hello? Timeout. Let's run the test again. What? Let's cut this one and then copy this one again. Okay, let's run the tests and submit and go to the next challenge. styles into smaller chunks with partials. So this one is, I don't know this one, so I'm gonna read it. Okay, partials in Sass are separate files that hold segments of CSS code. It's like modules. Yeah, it's like modules. These are imported and used in other Sass files. This is a great way to group similar code into a module. Okay, I see. And then names for partials starts with an underscore character, which tells Sass it is a small segment of CSS and not to convert it into CSS file. Also, Sass files ends with the SCSS file extension. To bring the code in the partial into another Sass file, use the import directive like this one. Okay, for example, this one, and they are needed in the main CSS. Let's import this without the extension and the underscore. So in here, write an import statement to import the partial name variables. So import variables and the semicolon. Let's try to run the test. Okay, gotcha. Okay, extend one set of CSS styles to another element. So as you can see, there is an existing CSS style here called panel, and uh, by using this keyword extend and using the class to target it, you're just extending this one like an interface in TypeScript. So make a class info important. Make a class info important that extends the extend info, also a background color of magenta. Okay, that's it. Let's run the tests. And I think we've finished the Sass lesson. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.